Hello, hello, this is Pigsy doing another video. Just let this car come round. Lovely. Just about OMAD really, Dirty OMAD I'll talk about. So originally I got into intermittent fasting. I was dropping breakfast, not too sure what I have to do. And then I thought, you know, I could probably go, what's this 1 meal a day stuff about? And so I squashed both the meals into one eventually. And I thought you would eat, you know, there's stuff about eat loads of calories and eat all your calories for the day and you'll still lose weight. So I tried to pile it on because I really wanted to push my body. My body thought, well, if I could eat as much in that window, then I wouldn't have to eat anywhere else any other time of the day because I've done that. And it does work, but it wasn't, I mean, it got to a point where it was sort of slowing down because I was actually eating so many calories in this one sitting. It was kind of slowing the process down, but then I just didn't feel like eating so much, so I just sort of reduced that. And now I'm at this stage where, well, you go through a period where you're quite strict because you see results and you think, well, you can do this, and you look at different advice, say black tea and black coffee and all these other things. I found coffee is a bit of a problem with inflammation and weight gain. So what I've done is I've pushed coffee on the back burner. I mean, it's still in things I eat, like chocolate or whatever. But I'm not trying to have loads of coffees. I'd rather favour having a cup of tea nowadays. That's what I think is better because of there's issues, and there's other things like these sports drinks and stuff. They mess up your cardio. You don't want loads of caffeine from them. And I've mentioned before about things like sweeteners. I mean, you might as well just have so much sugar in it and just have a lot less of it, or maybe you dilute it up. I mean, if it's got less sugar in it, that's one thing. But if it's packed with sweeteners and sugar, it's just going to be it's a load of chemicals your body doesn't really need. You know, the more simple you make it for your body, the more easier it is for it just to get on, digest it, process it. Because what does it do with the sweeteners? Does it flush them out? Do they hang around the system? I mean, are they any use to the body? That's the question. If there's these man-made sweeteners, they might be derivative from things that taste sweet, but they're inorganic. You know, it could be anything. It's just you need to think about what you're putting in. But I guess with my Dirty OMAD, it's not really so much of a big issue. Don't worry so much. You can treat yourself, but you don't want to overindulge. Sort of like if you did have an energy drink for whatever reason, maybe you felt really tired, maybe you was going to go do some activity and you felt you needed concentration, like you're going to go on a long drive somewhere, so you think you need to keep yourself sharp. At the other end of it though, you will have the drop. So the rate, if you raise performance, you've got to drop at some point. And so with my kind of other thing about the Dirty OMAD, I will have tea, but I'll have milk in it. It's not a problem. I can sometimes in the evening I might have black teas, because I might be thinking to myself, I've had a lot of teas, I don't need to have loads of milk in tea, because I've had a lot of teas with milk in it. I mean, sometimes with clients they offer me biscuits. They're not. It's not totally out of the rule. It's just that what you're not trying to do is overindulge. I mean, if you're finding yourself, you could just shove all the biscuits in your mouth. Then it's probably a case that you should probably have a meal or not. You may find yourself crumbling and having a meal later on in the day. And it's not a big issue. I mean, overall aims is to keep your calories within a certain range or keep them in a deficit, possibly. You don't want to be too strict because your body will just adapt and then it doesn't get any results. Let's let them through, lovely. Yeah, you find yourself not necessarily crashing, but the energy levels can vary. You may get the afternoon sleepiness sometimes kicks in. That's usually caffeine. Actually, caffeine does it. It's It's to do with the cortisol, it's to do with the adrenaline. And the other thing about sugar is if you have sugar, it's not just the insulin you're producing. I think it causes some food, eating all the time causes stress in the body as well. So your adrenaline's higher because your body's sending so many of its reserves to your stomach to process food and get the nutrients out of it. So, and also at the moment my body, the hormones are better and better ways to process food, less problems in that kind of respect to that. I mean, I still can have a low sugar, it still could have a bit of an impact on the body. But I'm keeping every day to a kind of a controlled eating habits. I mean, there's other ways you can clean up your OMAD. You can make it a bit more keto, maybe just have some vegetables and have main part of it meat or well heavy proteins. I mean, there's other ways you can have you can do it with protein through plant protein, but personally I think you need to have that balance. I think meat is a part of our diet, so something on occasions you need in there. It's because whether you like meat or not, it's what's available when you're in a survival situation. And I mean, you can wait for things to die of cold and then eat them. Could be they die of old age and you eat them, but rather than just leave that carcass to other animals to eat, you utilise it, and that's what happens. I mean, it's plants. Some plants people take fruit and things off them, and some people devastate the plant to get all as much nutrients as they can out of them. But it's still a living organism. You know, give it a choice. I don't think it wants to be ravished, chopped down, or dug up, or eaten. But then again, it's not against it either. You know, things where they basically tend to regenerate really well. That's what happens with these root ones. As a result, they've also got medicinal properties of helping to heal, because they've got things that encourage growth and regeneration, healing, you know, strong in certain vitamins, minerals. And so the more healthy the plant is, the more beneficial it is to the human. That's one of the key factors. The thing we are missing now is that we don't feed back to the plants enough. And sure, we don't do it with our waste products are not turned into some kind of like fertiliser that we feed back. Another thing they should have on the market is human breast milk. I mean, I don't understand why not, and the reason is because the stem cells are beneficial to humans. They want to make a market out of stem cells. They don't want someone getting them for free, so they got this thing about them, so it's a bit of a pain. And yeah, I mean, I haven't weighed myself for a while. I look thinner than in my videos anyway. I look fairly thin, or I look I've got sort of an average area of weight. So I still assume I'm around 16 and a half. I'm just, body's changing a bit. I need to increase in exercise. I think that's one of the key issues. So if your body's sort of re-sculpting itself, you find yourself more defined. You know, you feel stronger because your hormones are better. You feel more active. You feel like doing more exercise at some peaks of the day. Then use that to work on yourself. I need to be careful with my lower back. I try to do a video about weights and stuff, because there's different types of exercises. So you might want to do stretching, you may want to do some resistant training of some kind. You may be that you do your calisthenics. There's a strain. I know it's difficult for me to say actually, but if you do things whereby you're trying to focus on your sort of skeletal muscles and holding weights, control. But you get other benefits. I've been doing say some press-ups, and then I've been getting into cold water, getting a cold bath. So I've already engaged the muscles, and then the coldness also, I think, may amplify that at some level, because the muscle has to be kind of, it firms up basically, so that means it's active, it's vibrating almost. It's probably one of the worst manoeuvres I've seen. There you go. And yeah, the cold water works the muscles out as well. It tightens them in, and so you want to sort of tighten everything in. You want to basically tune your body up for exercise. There's probably some type of we'll probably call it muscle genesis, where you do exercise and you convert your muscles, change. You know, people get all the veins up in their arms and stuff. You start altering your body. But what you want to do is also strengthen your core and your skeletal range of skeletal muscles, and that sometimes requires a lot of aching, holding postures and stuff like that. That's where yoga's quite good for that. So I don't know, at some point I do a lot of other sort of training, and vacuum as well, sucking your guts in, and because you want the full range of what you can do with your body, really. So yeah, anyways, please sign off, and I will speak to you again. Bye bye.